Thursday, March 23rd, 2023. Good to have you on the video. If you are one of my awesome subscribers, thank you for being one of my VIP. I want to share a real life miracle story. It's not real recent. It didn't happen like yesterday or last week or last year, but this is a definite true story. So grab your coffee, sit back, relax, and check this out. In the late 1970s, Morris Goodman was a successful insurance salesman. So successful that he bought himself his own airplane. On March 10th, 1981, during his first solo flight in his new craft, the engine stopped and he crashed the plane, crushing his spine, leaving him unable to walk, talk, swallow, breathe on his own, or move any part of his body except for his eyelids. He literally could only move his eyelids. That's it. Spinal cord crushed, swallowing reflex was destroyed, diaphragm was crushed, destroyed. He couldn't breathe on his own. His doctor said that he might be able to see and hear, but speech was unlikely, and he'd have no movement from the neck down. That was his prognosis. But Morris Goodman had other plans. Years earlier, Morris had read Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, which says, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. He found out over time that the Bible says in Hebrews 11 verse 1, now faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. Well, Morris Goodman was certain of what he did not see. He was certain that he would be able to walk again and talk again and live his life in a normal way again. He didn't see it, but faith is being certain of what you do not see. So Morris began to imagine himself normal again. He began to imagine himself walking out of the hospital on his own. He began to believe that he would make a full recovery. All he could do was lay there and blink, but no matter what his doctors told him, he believed that he would have a full recovery. Anyone walking by his hospital room would have heard back then cassette tapes playing his favorite motivational speakers like Zig Ziglar and professional coach and late motivational speaker Bob Proctor and positive thinking preacher Norman Vincent Peale. Of course, this was before Joel Osteen and perhaps before Robert Schuller, I think. But Morris Goodman could not allow anything to come into his mind that would distract him or discourage him from his goal and his vision. His vision right here and right here was for him to walk out of that hospital. Hooked to a respirator, they said he would never breathe on his own again because his diaphragm was destroyed. But a little voice inside said, breathe deep, breathe deep. He said, quote, I believed with all my heart and soul that I would one day be normal, not hooked to machines, not silent, not fed through tubes, not pushed in a wheelchair. And that's faith according to, again, Hebrews 11 verse 1. Now faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. And whether Morris Goodman was aware of it or not, he was echoing the words of Jesus Christ in Mark 11, verse 24. Therefore I say unto you, whatsoever you pray for, believe that you have received it, and it shall be yours. By seeing himself in his mind healthy, breathing on his own, walking on his own, walking out of the hospital, he was training his mind to believe that he had received the healing that he wanted. He was exercising his mental and spiritual skills to believe that he had received the full recovery that he prayed for and wanted. That's the essence of Mark 11, 24. That's the essence of Hebrews 11, verse 1. He said, I refused to think of quitting even though I had no indication that this deep breathing was doing any good. He said, without a 100% commitment, I couldn't have sustained the belief that I could succeed. On May 25th, about 2.5 months after the crash, Morris Goodman was taken off the respirator. He spent hours in physical therapy, relearning motor skills, and then finally going from a feeding tube to eating salad food when they had said that he would never do that. So the crash happened in March, and Morris Goodman had set a goal for himself that he would walk out of the hospital without any assistance, no wheelchair, nobody helping him, no walker, no crutch, no anything, that he would walk out of the hospital before Christmas of that year. So the crash happened in March, like nowadays. This is March 23rd, 2023. He made the goal of being able to walk out of the hospital without any assistance by Christmas. Well, he did not walk out of the hospital at Christmas. He beat it by 1 month. He walked out of the hospital on his own and was home for Thanksgiving. Although therapy was ongoing, it would still take a whole another 1.5 years for him to be able to button his shirt on his own. But Morris Goodman accomplished his goal. He's called the Miracle Man. You can look him up. Morris, M as in Mary, Morris Goodman. He likes to wear his cowboy hat. He was briefly featured in the DVD video The Secret. And so this is real stuff. I want you to know that what Jesus said in Mark 11:24 is real. It works if you work it into your life. What the Bible says in Hebrews 11 verse 1, that faith is being sure of what we hope for. It's being certain of what you do not see. It's real. It works. It works if you work it into your life. So Morris Goodman accomplished his goal, and you are able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. If you pray for something and you believe, you can achieve it. Jesus said, whatsoever you pray for, believe it and you will receive it. I'm paraphrasing the Son of God. If the Son of God believed that you can do it, you can do it. When the woman with the issue of blood, the blood hemorrhage in Mark chapter 5, came up behind Jesus, she thought to herself, if I can just touch his cloak, I will be healed. She thought that was her belief, her conviction, her tightly held, heartfelt conviction and belief. She touched his cloak and she was healed. Jesus didn't know who got healed. It wasn't as if he tried to heal her. She got healed with him not even knowing who it was. He said, "Who touched me?" When he found out who she was, what did he say? He said, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Your faith has saved you." Notice he put the emphasis upon her faith. He did not put the emphasis upon himself or God or anything else. Although God, the power of God was there, and Jesus has this wonderful spirit, he put the emphasis upon her faith. And right now, I am putting the emphasis upon your faith. You are not watching this video by chance or coincidence. You did not just so happen to find this video. You were meant to find this video. You were meant to watch this video. Not because I'm so great, but because the miracle story of Morris Goodman is just like so many other miracle stories. And you are able to have your own miracle story. You are able to have your own victory story. So what do you want for your life? Whatever it is. If Morris Goodman, paralyzed, unable to talk or walk or do anything but blink his eyes, if he could believe and see in his mind that he could have a full recovery, if he could do that, there's nothing that you cannot do. Jesus said, anything is possible for the one who believes. He said that to a father who brought his sick son to Jesus. So you have what it takes. If you will make a 100% commitment to keep in your mind a specific vision of what you want, of what you're praying for regarding your career, your job, your relationships, having a relationship, having a marriage, having children. If you will keep the vision in your mind and feed that vision of what you're hoping for, what you're working towards, what you're praying for, you can have it. Why not? If Morris Goodman can do it, then you can do it. If my mother could do it, then you could do it. For many years, my mother was afraid that she could not conceive a child. My mother and father tried for almost 10 years to conceive a child, and all they had was disappointments and miscarriages and stillborn. And when my mom was about to give up and say, let's just adopt, which, by the way, is an awesome option, my dad said, no, let's try some more. Let's try some more, and then we'll do the option of adoption. You know what happened? My dad held on to, he sustained his vision in his mind of his wife, my mother, having a child. And I was born in 1971. It happened. So hold on to your vision for your life. What do you want for your career? What do you want for your job? What do you want in your personal life, your relationships? Napoleon Hill was right. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And Jesus was right when he said, if you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for. And Mark 11:24, therefore I say unto you, whatsoever you pray for, the key is believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. And how do you believe that you have received something that you don't see in your life, see it right here. Hold on to it in your mind as a vision, a picture. Hold on to it in your heart. And you can have whatever you want. Everything and anything is possible for the one who believes. That's from Jesus. Thank you for watching. Have a 100% commitment to your vision and your goal of what you want and what you're praying for your life. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a comment. If you want, please give a like and subscribe. I'll be back here next Thursday with some more awesomeness from the Bible or people's real life awesome testimonies. Thanks again for watching. God bless.